in June of this year. He has a bachelor's degree in physics from Lewis University, a master's degree in electrical engineering from Northeastern University in Boston. He holds an MBA from Keenan Flagler Business School at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and a PhD in management science from the Stewart School of Business at IIT in Chicago. Prior to coming to the University of St. Francis, Arvid served as Dean of the Brennan School of Business at Dominican University since 2008, and as a professor of management since 2001. He serves on the Board of Trustees of the Illinois Council on Economic Education since 2008, as an elected member of the Lincoln Way Community High School District Board of Education since 2009, as president of that board since 2011, as an appointed member of the Village of Frankfurt's Financial Affairs Community since 2010. Prior to entering academia on a full-time basis in 2001, he was a principal in a management consulting firm and worked with companies ranging in size from startup to multi-million-dollar business units to Fortune 500 companies. He founded and served as the chair of Information Resources Inc.'s Analytics Advisory Board from 2003 to 2008, and led that company's efforts to establish a global research and development function that included over 120 personnel in 9 countries. He has published extensively in the areas of quantitative analysis, microwave materials processing, advanced manufacturing practices, and strategic management. A warm chamber welcome, please, for Dr. Arvid Johnson, President, University of St. Francis.
Thank you for a wonderful introduction. I'd really like to meet that guy someday. I'd like to thank each of you today for the warm welcome you've given me to the Joliet community, because although I'm a lifelong Southsider, this is moved into Joliet as a new one for me, and I really appreciate your welcome. Now, I have to tell you that when I received the invitation for today's event, one of my colleagues at the University of St. Francis, or USF as we call it, noted that there was a charge to attend. And what she said is, since there is a charge to attend, either the food or your speech needed to be good. I therefore like to begin my speech by thanking the folks here at Jacob Henry Mansion for a very delicious lunch. Received an email from one of USF's trustees, that's one of my 24-plus bosses, and the email said that she was buying a table and that I better be good. Diane, I really hope you enjoy it. And the same is true for all the trustees who are present here, all of my bosses. Now, when I received the invitation, it was also when I found out that looking forward to the future was to be the title of my speech, because I had neglected to give a specific title to Russ. So thanks go to Russ for what you're about to hear today. And on that note, Russ, my inauguration is on October 4th. Still looking for a title, so we can work it out. Now, looking forward to the future in the sense of trying to predict it can be a perilous endeavor, because as Niels Bohr, Nobel laureate, commented, prediction is very difficult, especially if it's about the future. Indeed, I'm a firm believer in Lao Tzu's sentiment, which is that those who have knowledge don't predict, and those who predict don't have knowledge. So if we're swearing prediction, let's look at the state of what we know about the industry that I'm in right now, which is the higher education industry, and what it looks like today. These are certainly interesting times for higher education, in the sense of the reputed Chinese curse of may you live in interesting times. Last month's Forbes headline was, "Don't buy the hype. College education is not an investment." Last week, the House poll proclaimed that college-educated Americans are less engaged in their jobs. And yesterday, as the U.S. Senate finally broke through its deadlock on student loan interest rates, President Obama was at Knox College in Galesburg, Illinois, announcing that he plans to lay lay out an aggressive strategy to shake up higher education in the next few months. Interesting times indeed. In fact, earlier this year, Moody's Investors Service revised its outlook for the entire U.S. higher education industry from stable to negative for even the sector's leading diversified universities. Moody's report cited mounting pressure on all key university revenue sources as the reason for the downgrade. In naming key factors that drove the downgrade, they identified price sensitivity, suppressing tuition revenue growth, strains on non-tuition revenue sources, and rising student loan burden and default rates. As Moody's noted, a June 2012 study by the U.S. Federal Reserve reported that average American families experienced a 39% decline in net worth and a 7.7% decline in the median value of their income from 2008 to 2010. These declines, in combination with high unemployment rates, have certainly weakened higher education's pricing power. Another source of pricing pressure comes from the rapid development and embracing of massive open online courses, or MOOCs. Introduced a few short years ago, MOOCs are open to anyone with internet access for free. As the name indicates, a single course can have tens of thousands of students enrolled, and while they don't currently offer credit for a degree, they are fast becoming the choice of many who wish to refresh their knowledge or fill in gaps in their education. In terms of non-tuition revenue sources, a major source of funding for universities is state and federal grants for students who need financial aid. As we are all aware, the state of Illinois is faced with fiscal challenges of its own. And while it's not the purpose of my talk here today to discuss it in that broader context, from a higher education perspective, the end result has been an overall reduction in funding to higher education. Indeed, the Illinois Monetary Award Program, or MAP, on which many of our students rely, has been under significant funding pressure in each of the past several years. In fact, earlier this year, many Illinois students, including 88 students at USF, were asked to pay back a portion of their MAP awards. Now, USF chose to cover it from internal funds, but that puts a lot of stress on the kids who are going to college nowadays. And as Moody's noted, federal student aid in the form of Pell Grants, Stafford, and PLUS loans have also been decreased. We're seeing a death stagnant funding. In addition, ongoing budget negotiations say that from a federal granting perspective, the best we can hope for are cuts and certainly delays in awarding of grants. In terms of student loan burden and default rates, Moody noted that federal student loan volume has doubled since 2003, both in terms of the number of students receiving loans and the amount of debt per student. With this rise in debt, there has also been a rise in the percentage of students defaulting on that debt. Indeed, last fall, the Department of Education released data saying that for the cohort that began in 2010, the student default rate had more than doubled from 9.1% from 4.5% in 2003. Now let me pause at this point to acknowledge that many of you are probably thinking, I thought this was a speech about looking forward to the future. And despite these interesting times, I am looking forward to the future. And here's why. In general, in spite of the headlines and the pundits' comments, I, like you, believe that college is a good investment. Individuals with college degrees are far more likely to find a job than those without a degree, which is why their unemployment rate at 3.9% is less than half that for those with only high school diplomas. More importantly, a college degree not only indicates a level of knowledge, but also shows the ability to stick with a task and work towards a goal. It also signifies responsibility, a strong work ethic, and communication and computer skills. Now that said, in the chronicle of higher education, others noted the importance of a university having a strong brand reputation. If employers do not know an institution, then graduates will suffer the consequences when they're seeking jobs. You, the employers of our graduates, are looking for skilled employees with well-rounded backgrounds and the ability to think constructively. Fortunately, you know our USF students and have reaffirmed over and over that USF is succeeding in ensuring that our graduates meet and surpass your expectations. As our mission statement states, USF strives for academic excellence in all programs, preparing women and men to contribute to the world through service and leadership. What USF is accomplishing to fulfill this mission is inspiring, and indeed our performance across many dimensions is better than most. Our student outcomes are solid. Last year, 96% of our nursing program graduates passed the National Council licensure examination on their first try and received their RN, and 100% of our teachers' education program students successfully completed all state certification tests. In addition, our students not only graduate, but 99% of our graduates are employed or attending graduate school within 6 months of graduation. Of those employed, the vast majority are working in positions directly related to their field of study. And while the average student debt continues to climb in all sectors, University of St. Francis average student debt at graduation remains lower than the national, state, and peer and local institution averages. And more significantly, our students have maintained a loan default rate that is 4 times lower than national and state averages. Our students borrow responsibly, graduate, and get jobs. Our institution is strong. Our debt has been restructured to take advantage of the current interest rate environment, and that's given us a positive impact, not just in terms of the interest expense we have, but our ability to make targeted strategic investments going forward. In combination with our strong financial condition, our enrollments continue to be strong. While many institutions are struggling to recruit and retain students, last year we matched our largest total undergraduate enrollment ever. And this year, we are on target to break our freshman class record. These solid enrollments are a result of programs and a portfolio that is built upon a long history of innovation. We are committed to developing and offering new and innovative degree programs that meet the dynamic needs of Joliet and Will County and the desires of our students. For example, in our College of Arts and Sciences, our digital audio recording arts program was introduced in 2010. And our highly popular criminal and social justice program continues to flourish. Most recently, USF has been collaborating with the Joliet Symphony Orchestra to develop a new concentration in our music program for professional pianist accompanists. That'll be a first for any institution in Illinois. Within our College of Business and Health Administration, our MBA program has been revamped and now gives graduate students the ability to choose concentrations in business analytics, logistics, and finance and accounting. And a concentration in sustainability will be coming in the very near future. Students in this program are able to complete and earn a certificate in their concentration even before they graduate from the program, which helps them with credentialing in their jobs. Our Leach College of Nursing has continued to reduce barriers to progression for many nursing professionals. Students with an associate's degree in nursing but a bachelor's degree in a non-nursing field can now move directly into our Master of Science in Nursing program with just 3 prerequisite undergraduate courses, helping them to get started sooner. Within our College of Education, our newest education doctorate program offers 2 concentrations, one in educational leadership for the K-12 arena, and a second in stewardship, leadership, and learning, which is applicable in all industries. Of course, all this is possible in large part due to the great mutual supportive relationships that USF enjoys with so many of you here in this room. We have collaborated with Joliet Junior College on a bridge program for JJC's nursing students, which provides them the opportunity to complete their BS in nursing in a more affordable and timely manner. Our students receive real-life experiences outside of the classroom, with 45 of our 48 undergraduate majors providing internship opportunities made possible by our partnerships with businesses and organizations such as yours. Through our school's partnerships, over 75% of our field experiences for teacher candidates in our College of Education happen in Joliet schools, and almost 100% of these experiences happen within Will County. All of our undergraduate nursing students at some point in their education participate in clinical placement at present St. Joseph's Hospital. And last year, there was a total of over 300 clinical experiences. And finally, our Minority Education Recruitment and Teaching, or Merit Scholarship Program, was made possible due to the generosity of many businesses in this room, including AT&T, Centerpoint Properties, Harris Casinos, and Waste Management. NET provides full tuition scholarships to students of color who major in education at USF and who wish to teach in Joliet. In return for their college tuition, the recipients commit to teaching in Joliet schools for 5 years upon leaving to graduate. In short, University of St. Francis benefits from a community that understands and welcomes the roles that universities can and should play in local and regional economic development, and we're fortunate to be partnered with you. Over the past 2 months, I found myself in a role that I haven't played for many, many years, that an incoming freshman. Now, just like any incoming freshman, I've been eagerly trying to soak in as much of USF as possible. I've been known to drop in on faculty and staff when I wander around campus, often lost. And my office door is always open so that students, faculty, and staff can stop in if they need advice, have concerns, or just want to say hi. I eat as many meals as possible at campus eateries and local restaurants, although I have to admit, I probably skip a few of those meals now. And I meet with alumni, trustees, and other stakeholders whenever and wherever I can to learn about who they are, what they do, and the unique experiences that tie them to USF. And in all these interactions, I've had conversations about the hopes and aspirations that we all share for the University of St. Francis. What I have found is that our people can't be beat. My walkabout thus far has reinforced what initially drew me to USF, its greatest asset, and the reason why I am looking forward to the future, USF's people and the USF family. Our faculty are world-class teachers who make educating students their #1 priority. Our students are not only talented, but also compassionate and committed to improving the lives of others through service and leadership. Our staff work tirelessly to care for our students. Our alumni are the best at what they do and give credit to USF for what they've accomplished. And our local community members, whether elected officials, businesses, other organizations, or neighbors, are true partners in every sense of that word. These are exciting times for the University of St. Francis. Do we still have challenges? Absolutely. We need to continue our history of having 6-year graduation rates that are higher than state and national averages for all the members of our diverse university community. We need to continue to diversify our revenue streams by seeking and being awarded state and federal grants to further build on our history of innovation, particularly in math and the sciences. We have to enhance our program portfolio and appeal more broadly to our alumni. Fortunately, we are a dynamic university, and working in concert with Joliet, Will County, and all of you, we can define a great future together. In closing, I'm honored to serve as the president of the University of St. Francis and to be a member of the Joliet and Will County communities. I am humbled by our past partnerships, optimistic about our present challenges, and looking forward to the future work that we will accomplish together as we move forward. I believe that USF, as Joliet's urban university, has all the pieces in place to become one of the nation's finest Catholic Franciscan institutions. And I can't wait for my freshman year to begin. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I hope you enjoy the lunch.